Hey guys, there we go. The old camera nice and clean. Just having a walk again around Lao Cai. This time I'm up near the markets. So I thought I'd come live in this area. I think it's quite a good area for you guys to see. Street market, lots of fruit, lots of veg, a lot of meat. It's quite a cool place. It's very busy, as you can see at the moment. It is also an active road, so there's cars and bikes all trying to get down. There's some amazing pineapples there. Look at that. Fresh. Oh, they smell so good. A lot of pineapples, actually. It must be a good season for pineapples here. Bikes everywhere. Flower shops doing well today. It's International Women's Day. I see people are celebrating today, buying flowers for their loved ones. Tourists over here out for the day. Having a wander around. They look like they're eating some nice fruits. Not seen too many tourists, so that's nice to see. Meat stalls. It's just so busy, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Little puppy sat on a bike there. Hope it's got a driving license. Oh, there's a fish there, not dead yet. Interesting. I'm not going to witness the killing of the fish live. Massive fish. Beautiful. Some eels as well, wow. Amazing. Chickens, anybody want a chicken? There they are. Choose yourself a chicken. Some over there as well. Amazing. Wow, look at that. It's a big one, isn't it? Some duckies. Amazing. This is definitely one of those videos that I wish there was some people watching because it's pretty cool. Interesting, the live YouTube and how that works, and definitely you need a good user base to be able to advertise that you're going live to. Handy though that it does record the video, uploads it for me, and you do get 1 or 2 extra views on it. Watch time might be a bit longer than usual because a live video might be longer than a standard video. So, yeah, buzzing place. Buzzing place. Lots of people around. Nice to see. There's been some days where it's been quiet around town, and now it seems to be much busier. Interesting to see those tourists here. They'll either be on their way to Sapa in the mountains, or across the border to China, or back down to Hanoi. If you're coming up from Hanoi to Sapa, you will stop off in Lao Cai. You can get out and stay there, or you can carry on onto in the bus, obviously, to Sapa. But if you come on the train, you have to get off at the Lao Cai station and find your way to Sapa from there. Buses and taxis, etc. Very busy. So where you wish you'd have a pair of what do you call it? Mirrors to be able to see behind you when you're walking. Past this drop-off truck. He's causing more trouble than he needs to. The one part's in the way, unfortunately. Makes it tough. I mean, they've just got to they're delivering, aren't they? Fresh foods and various items to the stores here. Get around him. Lovely strawberries. Wow, look at that. Busy. Can't believe it. Quite astonished. Some of these indoor markets here, they sell knockoff, counterfeit sort of copies, I suppose. They're just blatant copies of famous bags like Louis Vuitton and Chanel. Electronic devices. I don't think they've got like fake Apple watches and phones and things. I think it's more on the sort of accessory side in these markets here. I saw a video the other day of 2 people traveling around Asia, and they've gone to the huge market in China where they sell all the sort of copies and knockoffs, and they were looking at Apple watches, they were looking at Apple phones, even the Apple Vision Pro, the copy versions of those. Amazing how so quick they can make these. They're not exact copies. They're not using the iOS software system, but for example, the knockoff what am I going to say there? The knockoff AirPod Pros do connect to the iPhone with the same messaging system where it pops up and you can connect, but quite often those copies are standard Bluetooth connection, and then generally a left and a right connect separately, and you can have issues. But you know, if you're just after a cheap pair of headphones that look good and do the job, and very, very cheap, a couple of quid I think they were, compared to 150 quid. Nice fresh food there. It's been cooked. Lovely. Dog walking about there, getting his steps in. Interesting place. There's a lot of things missing here. Certainly, I feel there's a lot of brands not available here in Lào Cai. There's no shopping malls. There's obviously not a demand for it. So, being someone who likes to go to shopping malls, you know, it doesn't mean that everyone else does. But yeah, there's a lot of, I think, restaurant brands missing, clothing brands missing, electrical stores have very little in them. I'll give you an example. You know, if you're looking for I've particularly been looking for a handheld phone. Let's call it a selfie pole. Let's say, okay, for holding my phone when I'm doing live, for example, or with a screw fit on it so I can attach my Osmo Pocket. I used to have one. I don't know where it is at the moment. I've had a good look through, but I can't find it. But I've been trying to find one for sale in Lào Cai, and you'd think they'd be in the electrical shops, mobile phone stores, etc. But no, I've not found one. I've not even found one. And what I mean by that, I've not even found the really crap plastic ones that you see all over the place. They just haven't even got those hanging about. So interesting what you can and can't get. But for example, if you desperately need something, there's always the online stores like Lazada, where you can get anything you want and they will deliver it. So, and they do cash on delivery, so they're pretty good for that. So although I do want one, I'm not that desperate, I think. But gold stores are busy at the moment, jewellery shops. In Hanoi, a lot of the gold jewellery shops also do cash exchange. So you can exchange dollars and etc. for local money and vice versa, which is quite hard to do in Vietnam. If you've got the local currency dong and you want to change it for dollar, generally the only place you can do that is in the airport exchange places. Now, the exchange rate is actually very good in those places, so it's not like they're making the most of that, but the airport's maybe 40-minute taxi drive away from Hanoi. And living in Lào Cai like I do, if I wanted to exchange dollars for local, I'd probably have to pop to a hotel or one of these, maybe one of these jewellery shops do it, I don't know, but I don't need to do that. If anything, it'll be the other way where I need to take dong and turn it back into dollar. Look, these flower shops, very busy today. You wonder what happens tomorrow when the flowers are unsold. A lot of these flowers are plastic anyway, and they're artificial, so they'll go back into storage, I'm sure, until the next celebration comes along, and then they'll bring them out again. A lot of pop-up stores doing that. Winmart, very famous over here. Used to be called Vinmart with a V. Then Vin Corporation got out of the retail sector, sold all their Vinmarts as a whole, and the company taking over called it Winmart. Have to think that was an agreement with Vin originally to keep the same branding and colours and just change the name slightly so they can register as a new business. I'm sure there's a big story behind that. Yeah, here's some real flowers being prepared and mixed in the few plastic ones as well. Quite nice to see. Beautiful. Another gold store here. Yeah, quite busy. I think people are buying some jewellery. Every shop I've been in's had at least a few people in there. And again, it could be related to it being International Women's Day. They do tend to celebrate it quite big here. Used to like the old joke about, every week there's a day for me, Sunday. I used to tell that to my parents. It's quite funny. Sunday. Funny how some jokes I find it hard to remember jokes, to be honest. I hear them, I laugh at them, and then they just go out of my mind. And then randomly you'll get one come back in again. I quite like the crap jokes like that Sunday. Cracker style jokes, I suppose, ones that you'd find in Christmas crackers. The stupider, the funnier for me. Now and again, I come across some really good Instagram or TikTok memes, just tickle you, and then you have to share them. I suppose that's how viral stuff works. I've never met anyone actually who's invented a joke or created a viral thing. Let's say I did create my own joke once, a very simple joke, and it's, what do you call an Indian coffee? A cappuccino. My one and only joke I've invented. Never went viral. Maybe if you've heard it on here and you pass it on, give me some credit. Indian coffee, a cappuccino. Cappuccino. No. I find it funny. And honestly, people I have told that joke to in person, I think, find it funny as well. So it could have some traction. A bag store there, bags. Get your suitcases. Travellers coming here on holiday, lots of bike shops and repair areas. Obviously, lots of bikes in Vietnam, so those sort of service places must do well on every street almost, certainly in Hanoi. And then you got people who come on travelling holidays. They might rent a bike in Hanoi and drop it off here, or even buy a second-hand used bike at a reasonably cheap price, drive up to a border town like this, and then sell that bike for pretty much what they paid for it. Ends up being a nice cheap form of travel and fun. You can imagine it's a fun drive all the way up from Hanoi to here. You can't use the main highway. Bikes are not allowed, but there is ways up here, obviously. Yeah. So there we go, guys. I'm going to bring this to a bit of a halt. To carry on with a little walk, getting my steps in. I'm on a journey to losing weight and getting healthy, and following the 3 key mottos of get up, get out, and get it done. Do something today to improve your tomorrows, and what can be measured can be improved. And I'm just enjoying some rest days at the moment where I can walk around and get around these different streets in Lao Cai and really get a feel for where I am, and show some videos and show some lives of where I am, so you get to see it, share this with the world a little bit. That people see Lao Cai. Right, I'll see you all soon for another awesome update. Take care and stay safe.